Look, there's really just no other way to put it. I mean, it's true. It's true. Take for example Hades. Has fishing in it. Look at this. Most important part of the there it is. Wow. 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 Other games. Cult of the Lamb. Look at this. Look at this. Sublime. Right there. Look at this. Look, Cult of the Lamb's another one. There it is. We even have Dave the Diver. The whole game, the entire game, is fishing. You want more proof? You want more? Freaking what other games? Does Vampire Survivors have fishing? What other games? Hades 2. Fishing. Look at this. There it is. So naturally, upon realizing this, I thought to myself, the most important thing I can do before releasing my game in about 2 weeks is to put fishing into it. Here it is, everyone. Fishing. This isn't a joke. Officially confirmed in the Feathered Serpent. Okay, so enough with the funny, silly intro. I actually put fishing in my game. You will walk to a spot. You will press the active button E on the keyboard and mouse, probably like A with a controller, and you can fish, and it's super simple. It's just trying to keep it simple like every other fishing mini game. I actually think it's a little more complicated than other fishing mini games. And this, you slowly pan down. We're in control of this hook, and you have to dodge the fish that you don't want. And as you go lower and lower, it's harder and harder to dodge. But the rewards, the type of fish that you pull up, is better and better, and they get better and better. Each fish has a different corresponding item that when you pull that fish up, it will give you that item. So we'll just go a little bit further down here, showing off some dino wheels. We got to keep a couple secrets for the main game, right? We'll catch the next thing. Well, we can catch some dino wheels. So we'll catch it, we'll pull right up to the top, and oh, boom, there it is. You'll pull the fish up, and the dino wheel gives you +1 attack speed. Would you look at that? And so all the fish have different things that they give you. There's 10 different types of fish, and yes, it was a priority to get this into the game. Okay. All right, everyone. For the rest of this very silly devlog, which is not really edited, so pardon me for that. I mean, I'm pausing and starting the thing, but it's a little off the cuff, and my bird's freaking out in the background. I'm just gonna go over a list of questions very quickly and some answers. The first one, probably the most important, is what are the most exciting new things that I put into the Feathered Serpent since the last devlog? In no particular order, we have the 5th area blood chamber. So this is a chamber in which I'm covering a lot of it. And there's a GIF, by the way, which is why it looks a little lower quality. This is a chamber in which you go into and you can pick these items. It's all bloody, and it has its own unique pool of items. The unique pool of items will, I mean, they're only. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't edit on in the moment. The unique pool of items will only appear in the temple. It will include other items, but it's essentially the most powerful items, and most of them are going to cost you permanent hearts. So it's a really cool idea. I noticed a lot of roguelikes actually do have systems like that, of sacrificing hearts for really powerful upgrades, and I figured it's a cool way to help just give you that little extra oomph if you're at the very end and you still don't think you have enough of a build or run going to defeat Quetzalcoatl, the final boss. The second thing that I thought was really cool that I put in the game is a Kickstarter backer reward for an item. It's called Zolotto's Skull. It's like 90% done. I just gotta get some sounds in for it. So here's a GIF of it. So this is homing arrows, okay? It's freaking sick. And the sword also looks sick, but I don't have the sword here. We can maybe show that off in another video. But homing arrows were freaking super fun to make, and it's probably my favorite item. They're so much fun to play around with, how they kind of curve and they'll swirl around enemies. It's definitely like, yeah, it's in like top 5 items I've ever made. And the third thing, I mean, is obviously fishing, okay? I really like the fishing system. It's a very fun little mini game. It's inspired off of an iPhone app that I played when I was in school, and I don't know, I really like how it turned out, and I like the idea of you being able to fish and get different. Like, you kind of have a little bit more choice. There's 10 different types of fish that each do different things. You can explore and figure out what they do. And then in subsequent runs, you can know exactly what kind of fish will help you in your particular run. I think that's really cool. And the last thing that I've been working on has been a new secret boss fight. It is also a Kickstarter backer reward. I was able to get it into the game. It will be in the game on launch, and I'm not going to say a single thing or show anything off about it. There is a sneak peek of it in the updated Steam trailer that I put out, and I'll be probably uploading that updated trailer to my YouTube channel anyways today, so you can probably just go and check out that video. But other than that, that's the only thing you're going to see of it, okay? And it's a very fun fight. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I'm excited for people to experience it. Oh, that's my Discord. I apologize. I don't know if you guys heard that. So yeah, I'm really happy, and there's a lot of things where I'm still trying to kind of keep them on the low, because I want people to have stuff to look forward to, especially if you've been a beta tester and you have been playing the game for a long time, or if you've been following the devlogs or you watch the streams religiously. Like, I still want there to be some fun, new, and exciting things that can motivate you to still play the game. Okay, moving on quickly, rapid fire. What? And the rest of these, look, thank you for watching the video. The rest of these are more to just document for me, because it's cool for me to look back and see kind of where I was at. I know it's cool for me to look back on my devlog 3 years ago and listen to what I was saying and thinking and feeling. So these are kind of more for me, but I mean, hey, feel free to stick around and listen to them. Also, I can't believe I haven't brought it up yet. Check out this freaking... I'm working on it, okay? I don't know if we can call it a mustache yet. Okay, so what has development been like the past few months? Okay, so for those of you who are not new here and have been following the game, you probably know I delayed the game, and you probably know that I went back to work. Historically, every time I've gone back to work, I have stopped working on the game, and that actually started happening again, and it kind of freaked me out. When I posted that video that I was going to delay the game, I think I took like 2 weeks off, and it was nice, don't get me wrong. Taking the time off and actually just focusing on like my own health and my relationships again, and the relationship I have with my wife, and doing fun things with friends again, and prioritizing that. Oh my gosh, it was good. There's been a lot of personal growth and development the past couple months, and there's going to be a whole lot more in the coming months when I actually have my child in July, which is 2 months away. So there's a lot going on. So it was nice to kind of take a break, and then I was actually able to come back. Streaming has really helped me. I haven't been able to stream nearly as much, but being able to stream 2 or 3 times a week, even if it is just for a couple hours, has helped me to still chunk away at certain aspects of the game. So that's what development has been like in the past. Well, I guess I haven't really asked what it's been like. I just have said what's happening. So that's what was happening. It has been slow and eye-opening. I realized that I freaking loved working on my game full-time. That's what I want to do with my life. 100% working on a game full-time, streaming full-time. Nothing comes close to it. That was so much fun. I felt so fulfilled, and I love it. Every time I stream now, I freaking miss it. So that's been really good. Well, it hasn't been good, but it's been good to recognize that, and recognize just how much I dislike and loathe having to work a day job and then work in my free time. There's no way that's happening moving forward. I can't. I have huge respect to people who make games in their free time now, because that is something that is insanely difficult, at least for me. What has been the hardest thing that I have had to deal with recently? Hardest thing has been prioritizing time to work on the game. Actually sitting down and working on it, and then when I am working on it, actually working on the right things, because I haven't been working on the right things. There's a whole lot left that I got to do that's important, and I have been putting that off, and instead I added fishing into my game, okay? Was it fun? Yes. Was it worth it? Maybe. Was it what I should have been working on? Probably not. But that has been the hardest thing to kind of manage, is how do I keep myself motivated and working on this game but then like how do I need to focus on like the things that matter, like polishing it and getting all the unlocks in, getting it integrated with Steam, and so and marketing it. I mean, I really, there's just so much that yeah, it's crazy. It's pretty crazy. So that's been the hardest. What is left on the game? Kind of segueing into that. What's left? Oh, this is a tricky question because there's so much left, and it's just a matter of when I personally decide to cut it off. But in all truthfulness, what's left before I release the first version of it on Steam, because I will update it, is Steam achievements and unlocks integrated into the game. I'm probably going to work on that today after I upload this. Polish and bug fixing. Another round of intensive polish and bug fixing, particularly in the 5th area. Polishing the final boss fight. Mechanically, the first phase is 100% in. Whoa, hi, Crumb. It's just a matter of getting the second phase mechanically 100% in and then polishing up that final boss fight. And then kind of, I guess the third, or was that the third? Oh my gosh, maybe the fourth thing. A third or fourth thing is going to have to be tying it all together, writing out a story, writing a way into the game that continues its replayability even after beating the final boss, all sorts of those things. So lots of, that's it. And it sounds like a lot, but at the same time, it's not a whole lot. Like, for example, that new secret boss fight I was talking about, I made in 3 days. So it's not like it takes, I mean, like when I have, I don't know, I can get a lot done. So those are things that are left. Will the game really launch on June 4th? Yes. That date is 100%. I just appealed to Steam to let them allow me to release on that date because I passed my previous date. And you have to appeal to Steam when you do that. I also am going to be submitting a game build to Steam this Thursday. And they'll review it. That gives, I think it's like a week and a half. Let me actually check. This Thursday, that's the 23rd, the 24th. They don't do weekends. 27th, 28th. 29th is the last day. That's if they take the maximal amount of time to get back to me. So that leaves me the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st to fix any issues that they have with it and to resubmit it, which should be fine. And then it can launch on the 4th. So it gives them time to let me know if there's any issues, and it gives me time to address and fix those issues and resubmit it. And they do have a faster response on responding to issues of like initial submitting it is what takes the 5 days, but response times to like, hey, you need to do this are usually much faster. And this is including the max amount of time for everything. So, and the idea is I would get it back on Wednesday, the 29th, fix whatever they need, send it back to them on the 29th. They have the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, the 3rd, and the 4th to get back to me, and then I can just press release on the 4th. So, 100%, it should be able to release on June 4th, and all of you should be able to enjoy it. And I can celebrate and watch all the Let's Plays and streams, and everyone can enjoy it. And then it'll be crazy. I'll do a post-mortem. I'll go over sales. I'll go over what I felt like I did right and wrong. And I'm really looking forward to finishing my first game and the first project. My first project. Okay, goodness gracious. We have 2 last questions. Sorry, 3 last questions. Only 14 minutes is good. What will happen after the launch of the game? This is what's going to happen, okay? It's the 4th. I will continue to hotfix and do everything I can. So I'm releasing the game on the 4th, okay? I will probably kick back and relax and watch some of my friends stream and play the game. The 5th, 6th, and 7th are all hotfixing days. Probably all the way until... I'm probably just going to keep working on it till, like, June 5th, 6th, and 7th. Probably till, like... The whole 1st and 2nd week of launch are just going to be dedicated to make sure, like, there's any things that are bugged, patched out, fixed. And then I'll probably really get a break, probably like the 11th, the 12th, or the 13th of June. And then I will be taking somewhat of a break and just marketing the game, pushing it, reaching out to streamers, and just, you know, dealing with all the launch stuff, okay? Trying to get people to review and play my game. It'll be lots of reaching out to people. So, fun stuff like that. That's what's going to happen after the immediate launch of the game. But in spirit of the question, like moving forward, the game is going to receive updates and patches with more content in them and with a lot more of the Kickstarter content put into them. And those will be, some of them will be smaller patches, but there will probably be a bigger patch within like a month or two that'll have a lot more stuff going into it. So probably like August, there'll be a really bigger, like a big patch. So yeah, that's kind of what's going after the launch of the game. And what will future patches of the game include is the follow-up question here. That's going to be, like I said, Kickstarter stuff that was that needs to go into the game, and that's going to also include I mean, I do want to include like item updates. I want to include updates that have a couple more enemies, different bosses that people can cycle through and play, different unlockable skins. Like, there's a lot of things that can go into these updates that should be fun. And the last question here is, what is the future of this channel? And will I continue to make other games? The future of this channel is secure in the sense that I will never stop making videos because it's definitely a core pillar of my personality. I have been making videos since I was probably like 10 or 11. I have multiple YouTube channels. There's a YouTube channel of me that's like my from the years of like when I was probably 9 to 18 or 17. So, and I've just been making videos my whole life. There's no way I don't make videos. So, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And the videos, I don't know if they'll continue to be game dev. I don't know if they'll continue to be. I assume that they'll be game dev because the follow-up question is, will I continue to make other games? And the answer is absolute yes. I will continue to make other games. I already have other game ideas completely fleshed out, and some very fleshed out that I would love to delve into and work on and release. So, yeah, future of this channel, chillin'. More game dev content, but also just more content. Like, I'm always gonna be making stuff and making games. So, hey, there's all the questions, everyone. Thank you. That's what's been going on with life. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate all the kind comments and everything. And I'm stoked. I really am excited. Yeah, Crumb's excited too for June 4th. I'm going to go work on the game now. Thank you, everyone. I know I don't upload videos very consistently anymore. I hope that when I pivot back to full-time game dev, that I can dedicate more time to content creation and get stuff out again. Because there's a give and take when you have a day job, and content creation definitely took a huge hit when I went back to work. So, all right, that's it, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support of my game and me, and I hope you all have a freaking lovely and wonderful rest of your week. I will see all of you next week with another video. See ya.